Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And on this video I've got something really exciting to share with you. As you already can see, I have a diesel heater, but not just any diesel heater. This is the Hcalory diesel heater, the toolbox heater that they have just released. And what's really cool about this, and something that was really exciting to me, is the fact that it's waterproof. Yes, it's a game changer, I think. Waterproof diesel heater, one of the toolbox ones you can put outside. I don't know about you, but I haven't actually seen one. I've had one of these before, a different one, and I've seen various other people on different channels have got some of these toolbox heaters. I also know a couple of people that have got them as well, and they're not waterproof and you can't leave them outside, so they kind of defeat the object of using them. So I've only ever used mine once, my old one, because I just kept thinking, how can I leave it outside and it gets wet? It's just going to get rainy, so that for me isn't something that I can do, because you just worry about it, don't you, to be honest with you. So, you know, they sell you a diesel heater, like a toolbox. You know, this is what you call a toolbox diesel heater, to go outside, and then you can't leave it outside unless you know for a fact it's not going to rain. And especially here in the UK, you never really know that, because, you know, it rains a lot. So let me just run down a couple of specs on this diesel heater that you'll be wanting to know. It's an 8 kilowatt diesel heater, which I think is more than enough for any vehicle really. There's plenty of kilowatts there, so that's all good. And one really nice thing that I liked about it was it came with this remote control. It's just tucked away in here, and you've got the control. Let me just see the control panel. You've got the control panel here. You know, your normal control panel that you get with them all. You also get an extension for this, but I haven't found that I haven't even used this, because it comes with this remote control. Now this remote control is brilliant. Let me just tuck that back in there, because I don't ever feel the need to use that controller. And also, you leave this lid closed because you want it to stay waterproof. So this controller, you just turn it on with the little button here on the side, look, and then you can operate it. You can turn it on with this and then control it, control the heat, control the fan speed. But also this has actually got its own thermometer inside it. So this actually, while you've got this in the vehicle, this is also regulating the temperature, which is really good. And another feature that it's got, which I think is brilliant as well, it's actually got a CO2 sensor as well. So I think that's yeah, something that you really need, because for instance, if you get any fumes come back in, even though you've got the exhaust pointing away, you know, wherever you, because it's outside, so you haven't got the exhaust risk of it inside, but you never know, do you really? You never know that it might get some fumes come in. You know, the wind might just blow the fumes into the intake, and then it can trigger, and it will trigger the sensor in this. But if it does that, it will actually shut off as well. So the actual heater itself will just shut off for safety reasons. So you haven't got any worries at all. So that's one good thing I think is absolutely brilliant about it. And you may well remember a couple of videos ago I did a camp out in this van. I just fitted the bed and I was freezing cold, absolutely freezing. And I remember thinking at the time, you know, I wish I had a diesel heater in this van, wish I had a diesel heater. And then literally like a week after that video, Hcalory reached out to me and said to me, do you want us to send you one and just make us a video about it? And I was like, yes please. And when they told me it was this model that was waterproof, I thought this is brilliant. So what I did when I got the heater, I made this like don't know what you call this really. Just a bit of wood. I used the old hex ply lining from the old flooring that was in here, and I put the vent through it. I bought this extra long hose, so I'm going to put it through my sliding window, my little sliding window at the side up there, and then I can close the window on this piece, and then there'll be no gaps or anything like that, and then I can get the heat vented into the van. So I've came back out to a place I've stayed at before, and it's really cold. It's really cold tonight. It's probably about as cold as it was. It's actually a little bit colder actually than it was the last camp I came out in the van when I tested the bed, and I was flipping freezing. If you've watched that video, go and watch it. Yeah, I was testing that bed out and it was so cold. It's like a fridge in here basically. So having this is going to be amazing. So I just want to test this out tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it all up, get it all set up outside, and then I'm going to get it all on, and then I'll chat to you a little bit more about it once I've got it set up. So let me go and get it up outside, and then I can close this door, because you're outside at the moment and it's flipping cold. So I want to get this door closed, get this heater on, get my coat off, and then get you in with me here. So let's do that. So there you can see it all vented in now, look. And I can even close this blind up to here if I want. And I suppose I could even put that down, couldn't I? I could even put the fly mesh down, and it would come through there, wouldn't it, the heat? So I could just do that. But this is high anyway, the window's high anyway, so I don't need to worry about people peering in. I think it's time to turn it on now because it's pretty cold. I've got to be honest, you know, I am a little bit chilly. I've took my coat off, but I kind of want to be cold so I can turn this on and warm it up. But you know what's really good about this as well? It's got a rapid 3-minute warm up. So it only takes 3 minutes, even in sub-zero temperatures, to actually get hot. And that's also complemented by 36% better fuel efficiency. So it won't take long to get this nice, you know, to get this van nice and warm. You may have noticed already, I've done some more insulation, look, on the back doors. As you can see, I've done it all the way down, look, because I'm going to carpet on top of this, and I just wanted to get some extra insulation. So it's the 7mm insulation that I used under the carpet line in there when I did the beams, when I was putting the bed in. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this bit yet around the window, because obviously that's not going to look tidy if it's carpeted right to there. So I'm going to fill this with, I think, the dodo fleece, and then put a piece of ply over it, and I'll probably carpet that piece of ply as well or something like that. Not really sure yet. But I've also put some Kingspan in the roof now. All the roof's all ready to be finished off and have its ply lining on it. You can see all over there. It's a little bit darker over there, but I think you get the idea. So I've got this, I've got some of that. I've got 2 layers of that dodo therm. So that's 10mm, so it's 20mm in total on the walls there. Dodo fleece in the cavities with the dodo therm behind, and I've got 10mm dodo therm underneath that, and then I've got 25mm Kingspan on top, and then I've stuffed all these little bits here with dodo fleece as well, and all in these little gaps as well, and I've taped it all up. So I'm hoping that it's going to get nice and toasty in here, and I think now that with all this insulation and this diesel here, this is going to be really nice. So let's get it turned on. Just hold the little power button down there, and that should now fire up and start getting nice and warm. I can feel it. You're not going to be able to feel it. But I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear it blowing? Hear it there, look. This is also rechargeable as well. See? Got a little USB-C. And I need to charge it actually, because I just looked at it and seen it's only got one bar lock on the battery level, so I need to do that. But the other good thing about it is, even if the remote control does go flat, it's got Bluetooth as well, so you can actually set up the app and then use your phone to operate it. And I know this because I had to use that one day, because guess what I did? I lost the remote. I misplaced it somewhere in the van and I couldn't find it. I got to a little park up. I had my kids with me and they were sat on the front seat, and the remote control was actually on the front seat at the time because I'd put it there so I wouldn't lose it. And I think they must have knocked it when they were getting in and out, and it got wedged down by the seat belt, and I searched the whole van everywhere. I couldn't find it until I got home, and then I was taking stuff out the passenger side and I found it wedged. I just seen it sort of sticking out and I was like, oh, there's time I've been searching for it. And I actually thought I'd lost it because I was literally ripped the van apart looking for it. But fortunately, I was still able to operate the diesel heater because I just used the phone app, which was a godsend actually, because my little girl was really cold at the time and she was so happy that I managed to get it working. You can now hear it. There you go, look, it's really starting to ramp up now. You can feel the air getting warm. And I just like the fact that I haven't got to worry about that now. I haven't got to worry about it if it rains tonight, because it's been raining on the way here. It was raining when I was out there trying to do it. I haven't got to worry about that. I haven't got to think to myself, oh, is it getting wet? Is it going to get into the electrics? Is it going to ruin it? It's just I think that's a game changer. I really do. And with a 7.5 litre tank, I haven't got to worry about it running out of diesel. That's going to last me a long time. It actually gives you a run time of 62.5 hours. Now, I don't know what setting that's on. I'm assuming that's on the low setting. But to be honest with you, with an 8 kilowatt diesel heater, you're probably only going to want it on the low setting anyway, aren't you? So, but 62.5 hours, that's plenty, isn't it? So you're going to get a weekend out of that easily with just filling it up once. And another nice little feature is it's quiet. It's got one of those silent pumps. So I can't hear anything but the fan. All I can hear is the air. I'm listening up. I can't hear anything out there. No, I can't hear a noise at all. Which is good. So if you're on a campsite, you don't really want it out there making noise, you know, annoying your neighbours. And another feature, another really good thing about it, if you're going to be going, you know, places of high altitude, this has actually got like an auto adjusting. So it'll actually adjust itself to the altitude up to 5,500 meters. So if you want to go up into the mountains, which is freezing up there, it's going to be really cold, isn't it? And you don't want your diesel heater to start playing up and not working. So it actually also adjusts to that as well. So that I think that's brilliant as well. So all round, I don't think you can beat this diesel heater out there at the moment. I don't think there's anything out there. Unless you know of any, you know, let me know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think of this diesel heater. What do you think of these features? Because I'm really, really happy with it. And it's going to see me through the winter, because I'm not doing a diesel heater install at the moment. I did mention it in a previous video. The reason being is because I don't really know where I'm going to put it yet, and I don't want to put it in the wrong place and then wish I'd have put it somewhere else. Or even if I've got it, you know, a couple of inches to the left or to the right or something like that, and I've got to put some frame in there for the furniture or something like that. So I think it's best to get all my furniture in, or the frames. Once I've got the frames in, then I'm going to do a proper diesel heater install. But this is going to get me through this winter, so I'm so grateful, so happy about that. So thank you, Hcalory, for giving me a diesel heater. And on that note, I think it's time to get some food, because it's getting nice and toasty in here and I'm hungry. So I'm going to get myself some dinner. So what I've decided to have for dinner is something quick and easy tonight. Nothing extravagant. I'm going to try one of these. Pasta and sauce. Beef ravioli. And it's a microwave meal, but that'll be alright in the saucepan. I'll just heat it up in there. Doesn't look like there's a lot there though, does there? I have got another meal though. Not another ravioli, but a different one of these. I'm trying to do this without getting it all over my hands. I need to find a carrier bag now for that. Yeah, there's not a lot there, is there? There's not really a lot in there. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's going to fill me up. There's not really a lot there, is there? And I haven't even got a cake with me tonight. No, not really any snacks at all. Oh no, I tell a lie. I did bring 2 mince pies to have with a cup of tea later on. So I don't think I'm going to starve, am I? Well, that ravioli didn't touch the sides, so I've had to put that in. Yeah. There's not much in these packets, to be honest. It does say meal for one somewhere. I've just seen it. I've read it. Right. The belly's full. It's time to get into bed, I think, soon. And relax and just watch something. Just chill out for the evening. But I decided to turn up the diesel heater to full power. And I don't know if you can see how red my face is. It's so hot in here, it's unbelievable. It's far too hot for me. I've turned it down. I just wanted to test it out to see how hot it would get. Very hot. It's really good. Really, really good. I've now turned it down to its lowest setting. And I think I've set it to 20 degrees on its lowest fan setting as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it running for a bit any longer or whether to turn it off. I think I'm going to leave it running for a little bit and see how I get on. Decided to leave it on. I'm going to leave it on low, on the low setting. I'm going to crack the max fan open just to have a bit of ventilation, and I'm going to get my head down now and go to sleep, and I'll let you know in the morning how good it is. Whether it's still working and whether it's still going. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning everyone. You'd be wanting to know how my sleep went. Well, it initially was quite good. I got off to sleep nicely, but then I got woken up by crazy winds. I don't know if you can still hear it, but we had crazy winds. The van was rocking, rain, so it was really, really loud. So that woke me up, and then I was struggling to get back to sleep. Then I got an alert of the diesel heater going into shutdown. And when I checked, I had a look on my phone, on the phone app, and it had gone into auto shutdown because it detected carbon monoxide. And it must have detected it coming into the van because the remote control was in here. And as I said earlier in the video, at the beginning, it's actually got a sensor in the remote control. So it's nice to know that a safety feature like that actually does work. Not quite sure how carbon monoxide got in. I can only guess that the crazy winds had blown some of the fumes into the unit, and I don't know how sensitive it is, so maybe it only needs a little bit to blow in, but the exhaust is really long that they give you with it as well, so it's not like it's a little exhaust. And I hadn't shortened it. I used what they gave me, and it's a long exhaust, and it was pointing away, and it was, so I don't know, and it was under the van. So I don't really know what you could do to prevent that, but like I say, nice to know that it works. And fortunately, I had my max fan open as well, and it's also prompted me to get my carbon monoxide detector out from under the bed. It's in a box somewhere, buried under a load of stuff. And I was going to fit it once I'd finished the van, and obviously, as you can see, I haven't, but I need to get that out and get that actually fitted now, just for my own peace of mind, to be honest. I've actually got it on this morning. I woke up this morning and put it on. I had it blasting, and it's extremely hot, very hot actually. I've actually turned it down now. It's nice and warm up here, because the vent's up in the window, all the heat's up and around the top and around the bed area. It's not so warm down there. The garage area is still cold because there's no heat circulating down there. So if you had a diesel heater installed in your van, you'd have the vents down there, wouldn't you? But I'd like to know also from other van users and other people that have got diesel heaters, and what do you do for ventilation? Because I left my vent open on my max fan, but I didn't have it extracting or coming in or anything, because I just figured all that heat's just going to come straight from the vent straight out. It's not going to heat my van up. So what do you do in sub-zero temperatures? I'd love to hear from you, and let me know in the comments below. What do you do for ventilation? Do you leave a window cracked at the front? Do you leave the vent open, or do you have it extracting on 10% or coming in? I'd really like to know, because I've not got any experience with it. This is the first time I've actually had a diesel heater in a van. So yeah. But all in all, I'm extremely happy with the heater. Really happy with it. It's really good. And it's been raining all night, as I said, and that's been out there on. And I've had no issues with it. It's still running. So that for me is a win, a big win. And that's why I think it's a bit of a game changer, because that's one thing you don't have to worry about is the weather. You can have it outside. So if you've got a roof tent, brilliant. You know, I think this would be perfect for a roof tent, because this is exactly what I think it's designed for. And it also comes with an AC power plug as well, but that's not waterproof, so you'd use that in, say, like a workshop or a garage or something, wouldn't you? And have the cable inside and the heater just outside the door or something like that. You'd have to figure something out like that, I think. But if you're interested in getting one of these diesel heaters, they have given me a 15% discount code, which I'll pop up on the screen, and I'll also put it in the description below. And there's a link for the US, and there's also a link for the UK. So like I say, if you're interested in getting one, 15% off, I'll put it down below. And let me know if you get one. Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it and what you think of it. So on that, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to go home now. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.